Yo, what is up, people? Today I am bringing you an ORAS OU battle versus Matt, somebody that I met on Pokemon Showdown. Well, I didn't meet him, he just asked for a battle, and I battled him, and you can tell by my team I'm not playing around. I got that freaking Encore Whimsicott. I don't know if I already, yeah, I had it last video. The Altaria, the Fortress, my Weavile, Milotic, and my Galvantula. I actually didn't want to run Weavile because I've been running him for a while now, but he is a good source of priority. I need his priority. Just in case I ran a team without priority, I got messed up by a speed team, and I ran this team with a different person except for Galvantula, got destroyed again. So I need a sticky web user. I need somebody to slow down these fast threats, especially Metagross, because Metagross just comes in and wrecks my team. Because I don't have my counter fortress. I'm definitely gonna have to get my counter fortress. Now, so let's go ahead and look into the battle, see what we have here. As I'm looking at his team, I figured that my best lead would be my Galvantula. Well, of course, my Galvantula goes out. He doesn't have any spinners or any defoggers as he goes out into his Sapphire, which is great for me because I know this thing does not carry fake out or anything that can make me flinch. So he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, turning that sweet ass Mega Sapphire. And he's just going to turn his Christmas tree towards me. And I'm going to just throw up my sticky webs on the side of the field. As he outspeeds me, goes for the Dragon Pulse. I didn't really think that Sapphire can outspeed a Galvantula first turn. And mine's running all speed source, 346 speed. As I'm going to go ahead and lay up that first layer, as I figure out I can wall this thing pretty dang hard with my Whimsicott and go for Moonblast and pretty much scare this thing out. And he goes for Dragon Pulse. I do resist that. He probably forgot I had a Whimsicott on my team, cause I'm gonna go for the Moonblast right here. I want some damage off on this thing. I probably could have switched that, probably guessed the switch out and went for the Leech Seed, but I was just hoping that this thing wasn't competitive. If it was competitive, it would have been a threat. Cause I'm just gonna go for Moonblast, get some chip damage on this thing, lower its special attack. And if this thing was competitive, it would have wrecked my life. That would have been +3 off the bat. So I'm just going to go for U-turn just to get some more chip damage. I don't want to take an Ice Beam. As I'm going to go back in, I'm going to switch. Who did I switch into? Oh yeah, I switched into my own Milotic. Just to pretty much, I wanted to get a Dragon Tail off on this thing just in case it start Ice Beaming. But it goes for a Toxic and it misses me. And I was glad because I need my Milotic at full HP. As I really don't want it taking a Toxic, so I'm going to switch out. He was probably thinking I was Marvel Scale. As I'm going to go straight into my Galvantula, knowing he's most likely going to go for a Toxic. I actually like this place. But does my freaking Galvantula have Unnerve? Why does it have Unnerve? I need Compound Eyes. So it's going to go for Toxic, poison my Galvantula. And I know this person has a Lenders. He doesn't want this Milotic taking any damage because it can pretty much take anything I'm trying to give. And my Galvantula is already low in poison. So I know he's going to switch out into his Lenders, which is why I go into my freaking competitive Milotic, shiny, beautiful right there, silver, and so I know he's gonna go out in the Lenders. This is what I got this Milotic for. I got it for Lenders, as the Lenders is gonna go out, is gonna intimidate me, and I get that nice competitive boost ×2 special attack, and I'm just gonna go straight fire off a Scald as he's gonna go for U-turn, and I can tell from this U-turn that this thing is a physical Landorus. So I'm actually going to go for Scald as he switches out in the Metagross. I don't agree with his play. He probably thought I was going to go for an Ice Beam. Even then, I don't know what a Metagross can do against my Milotic. Because I'm going to go for the Scald. I don't get the burn. It probably is an Assault Vest Metagross, seeing that he brought it in on a +2 Milotic. And he has a Mega Sapphire, so I'm just gonna go for a Scald, get an unneeded crit, and take this Metagross out. And that's glad because I hate Metagross. Metagross is so hard to deal with. Could pretty much knock out a whole bunch of my team. As now he's gonna go out into his own Milotic. I was thinking about playing around with probably getting a burn on this thing, but I know this thing is Marvel Scale since it's not competitive. So I'm just gonna switch out into my Whimsicott, knowing he's probably going to go for a Toxic 9 times out of 10. As he goes for Scald, actually, just probably hoping for a burn to mine, as he gets a first turn burn against my Whimsicott. And that just sucks for me, like, seriously. So I want to just go ahead and get some a leech seed on this thing. I know I can live one ice beam since this thing seems to be more bulky. And I'm just sitting right here taking that burn damage. So I'm going to go for the leech seed now, but I missed the leech seed. Like, come on, you need to get your shit together. As he's going to go for ice beam, going to knock me so super low. I mean, leech seed wouldn't have gotten all my HP back, but damage is damage. As I really don't see a point to getting the leech seed. This thing is at full health. I don't see anything surviving one hit and just staying in. And he can just switch out and pretty much make that unnecessary. So I'm just going to go for a moon blast to get some chip damage versus this thing. And he's going to go for scald. He's going to knock me out. So now I feel like I should go into my Weavile. My Weavile I need to get this thing knocked off. I need to knock off his leftovers. I need this thing brought down. So I'm going to go out in my Weavile. I'm going to go straight for a knockoff, hoping that it knocks it out. Maybe I should have gone for the fake out. I don't know why I didn't go for the fake out. But I go for the knockoff, and it just brings it down so low. And he goes for the toxic, which is very horrible because if I would have went for the fake out, I probably would have been able to knock this thing out. As I'm just racking up toxic damage, I'm going to go for another knockoff. I'm hoping that this kills, as it just barely lives. Why did I not go for the knockoff? That would fake out. That would have been so great. And he goes for a recover. So this thing is just stalling me out. I don't want this thing to stall out my Weavile. I kind of do need my Weavile, just in case he tries to make a comeback with that Sapphire. So I'm actually going to switch out. I know that the only thing that can handle this thing is either my Galvantula or my Altaria, but I know that my Galvantula cannot handle this thing as long as that Landorus is here. So I go out into my Galvantula, take the toxic damage, barely survive, just go for a Thunder, hope that he over predicts, thinking that I switch out, knowing that he's going to go into his Landorus again. But he actually goes into his Sapphire, which was actually, now it counters my Milotic and my Galvantula, so this thing is a threat. But this is actually what I kind of wanted. I wanted this Sapphire to come out. Once the Sapphire is out, I can actually start everything that I planned. I knew that I could set up on this Sapphire, as my Galvantula is going to faint. And I'm going to go out into my King Fluff, my Altaria right here, and I'm going to Mega Evolve. Go ahead and get that Mega action, get all these clouds around me, and not actually turn into the King Fluff right there. And he's just adorable. He's just so adorable. But he goes for the Dragon Pulse, probably thinking that I wouldn't Mega Evolve. And I'm actually going to go for the Dragon Dance right here, right now. So I know that I'm faster than this thing. I'm not. Am I faster than this thing? I know this thing can't do anything to me, but I know I'm faster than this thing. I am faster than it after a Dragon Dance. Is this actually going to switch into Milotic? I did not agree with this play. I know Milotic can survive a frustration, hit me with an Ice Beam. He could probably outspeed me with somebody else because this thing is adamant. And so I just go for 2 frustrations, knock out this Milotic. And that's great. I got this Milotic out the way. Even if he kills my King Fluff, then he could possibly make a comeback. I mean, he won't make a comeback because he doesn't have his Milotic. As the sticky webs do waste this thing's white herd. I'm thinking, why does this thing have a white herd? Probably for the close combat, as I am able to outspeed this thing, go for the frustration, knock it out. As now he's going to go out into his Landorus. His Landorus does intimidate me, but I know I can knock this thing out with 2 frustrations, and I'm faster than this thing. So I'm going to go for a frustration. It knocks it below half, and that's good. As he's going to go for Stone Edge. See, this is why he shouldn't have sacked his Milotic like that. Well, not sacked it, used his Milotic like that. He probably could have took out my King Fluff, as I'm able to take out his Landorus with a frustration, as nobody else can take my frustrations. All he has left is his Sapphire, and who else does he have? I forgot the last person that he had, but I'm going to go for the frustration against this Sapphire. Of course, the Sapphire cannot take a frustration from my King Fluff right here. So the Sapphire dies, and he's out into his last person, which is his Greninja, actually. So I'm just gonna go for a frustration. And I just remembered, he could have still outsped me with the freaking Mega Sceptile, but I had my sticky webs up. So I do go for the frustration, knock out his Greninja, and that is a good game met. So yeah, this is actually a good team. I like this team. I'm going to try out new teams. I am an approved cloner in Pokemon Showdown. The Wi-Fi room, I will clone your Pokemons for you if you find me in there, which you probably will from 7 to 10 most of the weekdays. Weekend, it'll probably be early in the morning before 12 o'clock. But thanks for watching. If you watched this far, thank you. If you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe for more and all that. Thanks for watching.